The First Tech Challenge tech team just released a new tool that may help you when you're working through your strategy for the Center Stage game. Let's take a look at it. Now, I'll include a link to this new tool down below in the description, but the way that I got to it was by going through GitHub, specifically the Scorekeeper repo on the First Tech Challenge organization. If you look in the Releases tab, the latest release at the time of recording is version 5.0.1. It's the first preview release for the Center Stage season. And down in the details section, there is a link to a scoring calculator. Let's take a look at that. When you first open it up, there is a warning, basically telling you that this scoring calculator is not something you should be using for official remote scoring if you're part of a remote event. And just be aware that, this is kind of a testing area. It's not complete, and you should not use it for official purposes. Once we get rid of that warning, what we have is a very nice spreadsheet that's going to look very similar to what the referees see when they're doing live scoring at the field, or if you are part of a remote event, what you'll see as you're scoring your matches. And basically, it gives us an opportunity to mess around with the scoring and see how things stack up. We can use this to try out a few different strategies, for example. Just to throw out some examples, like we can say, okay, what if we successfully get the purple pixel on the spike mark, the randomized spike mark, I should say, in autonomous, that will give us 10 points. But hey, if we replace the white pixel with our team prop, then that autonomous point total goes up to 20. And you can start to understand what areas you may want to focus on for autonomous or driver control separately. You can, for example, see what the point differences will be if you land in landing zone 1, 2, or 3, or if you manage to park in the backstage or hang from the rigging. And the breakdown for autonomous, driver controlled, and endgame is split out separately, which I think is really nice. So you can kind of see for each time period of the match, if you focus on certain tasks, what the outcome might be. Now, one thing that's really nice is you can also enable a timer. So even though you may not have a robot built yet, you could potentially have someone on the field mimicking the actions of a robot to see what kind of cycle times you can get, to see if you can go back and forth and get enough pixels on the backdrop to make the difference between focusing on one task versus the other, and figure out what you want to do there. So that is a very nice feature. We can reset everything, start over again, enable or disable the timer. It's just a really nice set piece that was released by the tech team to help teams as they're strategizing what areas to focus on for this season's game. So if you have the opportunity, check out the scoring calculator. The link is in the description below. Mess around with it, see what you want to focus on this season, and I'll see you at the field.